talk about your credentials. Do you have a college degree in this? How long have you been doing this? I mean, what got you here?
I do not have any college degrees. I do not have any certifications. I've never even taken one college class. Well, I've never completed one college class. I took a free online valuation course when I first started that I didn't complete. But other than that, I've completely self-taught. In terms of credentials, I don't have any of the quote-unquote normal credentials.
Right.
What I do have, though, is actual real-world results from investing people's money in the real stock market. And that's usually what gets people attention. So what do I mean by that? In the first 9 years of my career, I produced 23.5% average annual returns in the portfolios I manage, stock portfolios I manage. That puts me just behind the great Warren Buffett in his first 9 years of his career, when he generated 24.2% returns in his limited partnership at that time. And it legitimately makes me one of the best stock pickers in the world over the last 9 years.
Well, that's no joke.
Yeah, and so when I tell people that, and because I, like, for example, if I tell my wife that, she's like, I don't know what that means, but she's not invested. She doesn't understand finance and stuff. But if I tell that to somebody who even has a basic understanding of Warren Buffett or the stock market and what kind of the typical returns are, they're like, what? So that gets people attention really well.
For context, what are the typical returns, just in general?
Typical returns for the overall stock market are about 10% per year on average for the last 120 years. So I'm more than doubling the market, or that's okay, because I haven't been around for 120 years, obviously, so that's not a fair comparison. But in the last 9 years, I have almost tripled the market. I think I'm at 23.5% in the last 9 years. I think the market's somewhere around 7, 8, 9%. So I've almost tripled the market in the last 9 years, which means, in a real world sense, again, transparency, if you would have invested $10,000 with me, I would have turned it into $30,000, $40,000. If you would have invested in the market, it would have been somewhere around the $10,000, $15,000 range.